Evan Turner been last season to get a second chance? Clark, with the boost in minutes, confidence, the coaching staff, his game almost just changed overnight.
Yeah, he's a guy who needs the basketball. He's such a good, solid playmaker and has excellent size. Never had a chance in Indiana to really handle the ball and play to his strengths because of Paul George and Lance Stevenson, but he found a nice niche in Boston.
Well, you know what he can do after watching him for so many years with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he's terrific. Good basketball IQ, too.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Johnson.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of this game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group. Only around 75%.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Freak. His last outing, he had 8 points.
Move the ball.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And good on the basket. Book it. Stoudemire's got his first 2 points of the night.
And boy, did Evan Turner make the most of his second chance last season. Played with more focus, huge minutes for him with the Celtics. He may have found a home.
Now here's Thomas. D right on him. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the feed to Zeller. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 3 assists now in this one.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Heat lead by... And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge of making that decision. I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks.
Bright coaching stars in the NBA today. It was the NBA's gain and college basketball's loss when he moved on to the Celtics.
Well said. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Yeah, just the way
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons was a big factor. He finished with 8 points and added a few rebounds as well. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game.
There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. Again, the miss by Green.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Here's Thomas, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Freak.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And, of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
The Celtics making a switch here. Zeller's checked in. Green, the screen. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
We've seen a lot of silly plays like that out of them today. Just way too many.
There's 1:26 left to play here in the second quarter. Turner with it. Now guarded by Winslow. Johnson sets the screen for Turner. 6 to shoot. Back to Thomas. Lots of room. Here's Zeller. And he banks in the layup. Zeller's got his second bucket.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
Dang against Johnson. Dang passes to Stoudemire. Trying to get open as Dang. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Celtics leading by 10. Thomas dishes to Bradley. There's 31 seconds left here in the second. And Turner kicks to Zeller. Johnson the screen. Bradley passes to Thomas. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Bradley off the drive. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Here's Freak. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Stolen by Thomas. Got a hand on it. Winslow. That'll do it for the first half. It's the Celtics. They're up by 10. And now,
Hey, Kevin will coach with...
and the third quarter about ready to get underway. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
How about the magic touch he had on display there?
He's checked in for the Celtics. Smart comes in for Bradley. The Heat also changing it up. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Udrih comes in for Luol Deng. And Freak subbed in for Goran Dragic. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Freak, he's in at the point. D-Wade out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Stoudemire. And it's Udrih in at the 2 guard.
You know, that's exactly how they wanted to run that possession, guys. Beautiful.
Smart kicks to Sullinger. Now here's Crowder. Wade is covering. And here is Thomas. 10 points for him. No good from Lee.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Freak kicks to Bosh. Stolen by Thomas. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. Smart's got 7 points.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Now here's
Move the
Freak
ball and stick it too much.
to the inside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Dwayne Wade continues, Clark, to change his game as he gets older. I admire the way guys can do that. Their head says one thing, but their body kind of tells them another.
And you have to give in to your body as you age, that's for sure. Used to attack the rim all the time. Now it's mid-range jumper heavy.
And for Wade and his change in style, I really felt it was a necessity. Guys his age can't continue to hit the floor as often as he's used to and expect to make it all the way through the season.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Lee. Johnson comes in for Sullinger. And it's Turner in for Crowder. And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
Winslow's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And he's good on the second. Boston leading by 8. Outside Thomas. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Thomas got 12 points in the game.
And, you know, in general, back to Wade now. All the greats evolve and add to their games as their careers move forward. The best way to stay relevant in the NBA is by adding to your game and honing your skills.
Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. And the basket good.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
Now Thomas. 12 points for him. Picked by Zeller. Outside Thomas. And it's blocked. The Heat trail by 8.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
Bosch, a screen on Thomas. To the right side. Winslow dishes to Green. It's good from long range. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now, here's Thomas. Defense is right there. Shot by Zeller, no good.
Move it. Move it.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Winslow. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Now, just a 3-point Celtic lead. Thomas. The shot will not go. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Celtics lead by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. And Miami has possession. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. The big men are Sullinger and Olynyk. And it's Crowder in at the 3. That's the Boston 5. Freak with it. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Bradley. And now it's Bradley running. He can go all the way. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
Dang, a screen on Bradley. Freak passes to Dragic. He kicks it to Freak. Shot clock at 5. Beyond the arc. Sullinger with the rebound. Sullinger's got 6 rebounds in the game. In the corner, Crowder with it. And Sullinger kicks to Bradley. And that one comes up a bit short.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Freak with it. Now guarded by Bradley. Pass to Deng. Olynyk with the steal. It's stolen by Dragic. Feeds it to Freak. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth.
Blocking fouls called on.
And the Heat making a change here. Bosch is checked in.
First team foul.
Making some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Johnson comes in for Avery Bradley. And Lee's subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. And Miami with a change here too. Freak's checked in.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
High, arcing shot, and the layup is good. And the Heat lead by 5.
Guys, this doesn't look like the same team